as you know, I've said in a couple of these videos that I was going to do kind of a series thing to kind of let y'all know some of the past and my wrestling experiences with some of the really well-known wrestlers that are out there today. And I got to thinking about it, and I was like, I wonder what these guys are doing, because I really hadn't kept up with much of the wrestling after I got out of the business. And you know, I just whatever. So this is what I found out. The two um, wrestlers that I would like to see again, just because of the story I have with them, and if they remember the story, there's a small possibility these two individuals, if they remember, these two individuals may surprise me. And I only say that because they were just really cool, sincere guys. Um, the first one, I found out that he had just retired, and the reason I'm bringing this up, I found some photos, and I'm like, oh, I need to put that in that stack that I'm gonna do. And then once I researched and realized these guys are still kind of out there, and although I guess they're retired, they're still very busy. So I'm not going to do a whole series. I'm just going to probably do one or two videos once I find some more of the stuff and just talk about it. And this is who it is. Sting has retired from wrestling. I have a great story about Sting. He's actually the one that got me into professional wrestling. Okay. And then the other one, and there's a story behind that when he was came out as the Crow. We were behind all of that, working with him to create that open and all that good stuff. So he's one of them, and I have stories and photos, and I think there's some videos and stuff like that. I'm just trying to get it all together so I can do one big presentation instead of all these little clips. Anyway, he and I kind of clicked on set, obviously, and then once he found out more about me, that's when he got me in contact with the power plant, WCW power plant, and then Eric Bischoff himself. I didn't talk to Eric Bischoff himself, but I was labeled one of his guys because I don't want to get into it right now because it's really cool. It is a cool story. Anyway, I'm gonna bring my receipts, so to speak, about Sting and tell you the story of when I met him and what happened and where we are now, what I'm trying to do. And then the second person is another person you may know, Bill Goldberg. I have in my possessions what I think is kind of well, no, it's not kind of, it is the first wrestling anything that Bill Goldberg did once he got into wrestling. It was I have the first photos of him, so to speak. And he was, if you're a big wrestling fan, you remember when the NWO took over WCW, and there was this guy, he was in the shadows. You never saw who he was, but he was like tearing up the WCW set, and there's sparks and water and stuff flying. He just tore it all WCW down, and it became like the NWO kind of a thing. Anyway, that was Bill Goldberg. That was before he was actually on TV. Yeah, he was actually doing his training, and through Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff and blah, blah, blah. I got to meet him, and I have a great story about him. And he was really an incredible guy, too. So anyway, as soon as I get some more of my information, which is just spread out everywhere, it's been years. And that's another thing. It has been years, and these guys had incredible careers. I was with Bill Goldberg at the very beginning of his career, and then I was with Sting when he was switching over from the Sting that I remembered, and my favorite Sting, to be honest with you, and then going over to the Crow, which was really cool. I was there for that part of the transition, so it's just really cool. And I found a picture. I'm gonna go ahead and show it to you, but I've got more. But I just want to show it to you so you'll be like, this guy keeps talking about it. It's just really cool. Check this out. So, all right. So this photo was actually taken on set of the WCW NWO Takeover shoot, and it's just awesome. I think it's awesome. I'm hoping it's not just because of me. I'm hoping people see this and like, look how young, and that was Goldberg before people knew who Goldberg was in the wrestling world. Of course, he was, known in the NFL and everything. So anyway, this is, I guess, taking a quick break or something. And can you see? There you go. That's that's Bill Goldberg. There we go. Sorry, I didn't plan on doing this, so it's that the reflection's bad. But anyway, that is Mr. Bill Goldberg hoisting me up on his shoulders. Anyway, look at him, man. It was awesome. He was so much fun. So cool, man. And so not, and the story behind when we were on set and everything is really cool. It is really cool about this one and the Sting. Anyway, so I'm starting to find some of this stuff, and once I get enough, I will put a video together and just tell the story. And then honestly, I'm reaching out. I want to see if I can get either one of them just to come out and see me. Honestly, that's what it is. If they don't do it, I understand. Please, I understand. I know this is like a, I'm just throwing a fishing line into a ocean with, a bait of corn. Well, that was a stupid no, I can't even say what it was. And I know in my heart, it probably won't get to them. They'll probably never see it. I get that. But I have enough friends that are still in the industry that know people that the small possibility of one of them seeing the video and going, I remember that. I remember that would be awesome.